Hi, this is a foreigner in the Philippines. Welcome. Well, we came back from Dumaguete and a wonderful break with our friend Joy, who, of course, as I can't say enough, spoiled us to death, and now we're back in our ordinary life. Coincidentally, as soon as we got back, we had 2 boxes from Joy. This is a lady who doesn't know how to stop giving. Thanks so much. So, what have we done since then? Well, it seems like we've been back for weeks. In fact, we only came back on Tuesday. And that meant that Tuesday was pretty well shot. So, Wednesday, Thursday, what are we in now? Friday. Just thought I'd give you an update on what's been happening. Well, the lady that we took to Tagbilaran. We took a lady to Tagbilaran. As far as I can get it, it's Gigi. Alright, so it might be Gigi. Well, she brought her son Edward, and she needs some follow-up medication, and she came to us for help. Well, we took 500 pesos from money that we were holding, and we gave it to her along with some stuff from Joy. Joy, your gift and your box just keeps affecting and helping more and more people. Well, we looked at the little boy that Gigi brought with her. God, I'm getting my he's and she's mixed up like a Filipino. Anyway, she brought Edward, a little boy, with her, and he was wearing what, even on a good day, might aspire to being called a rag t-shirt. So we're trying to make our kids understand what giving is about. So we got Balalut and we asked him to find two shirts that he could share with this little boy, and he did. And Edward went home in a nice shirt with another one ready to wear, and we made sure that that rag that he was wearing, which was full of holes, which you can see on the video, was torn too much for even a poor Filipino kid to wear. So that's one thing that was happening there. Yesterday, courtesy of codename the Sugarcane Princess, we were able to buy a washing machine for Lena, who, as you know, is suffering from TB. She's on medication and she is improving, but it's still a tough life. Well, there's a video on that which we took actually today and hasn't been uploaded yet, but Lena is actually speechless, and Lena, of course, you might or not know, she is a widow from about 18 months ago. Her husband died. She lives a few hundred feet from where our house is, but she has to walk from there over to Nana's house where the washing machine is, and that's a big chore, as you must realize. Well, now that we've managed to connect her with running water, she's able to use a washing machine, which she was speechless with today. So what we're trying to do is to get people to say thank you in their own language, as long as they can say the English name of the person who gifted whatever it was that enabled us to help that person. So she was very, very thankful. So what else? Well, the day before yesterday we went to Ubay to have a look at a work in progress. That's a well being dug by Grassroots Pastor, and we've started calling that the Grassroots Well. And that's going very well. We're going to need more funding on that, but we've gotten as far as we can. I think we're down to about 20 or maybe 25 feet, I'm not quite sure, and that well will mean an enormous change to that small community. We also started another project there, a house which has been enabled by more gifts, which we've already dealt with, but I'm mentioning it here because it's in among the the enjoyable chaos that we've been having since we got back, and that is a house for the mother and child, and that's a real good news story, because that's a family that is split by economy or lack of it, and the husband works abroad. Well, abroad. Anything.
Working in Manila.
He's working in Manila, as that ghostly voice in the background has just told me. But anything that stops a person from just walking down the road and being with their family is abroad, as far as I'm concerned. So Manila is quite a few thousand even on a boat. So he can't get home, and he has been trying to fund the building of a house, and it stood at about 5 feet tall, and now we've had money that we've been able to buy materials for to get that house going again, and it is now going. Now, it'll be built on the same kind of design as the other houses that we built. That is a hollow block up to about 4 feet, and then from there it goes into wood frame and the bamboo cladding. Okay, so that's the way that we've gone there. Now, what else? Well, we were supposed to be in Cebu today, as if life is not exciting enough, and we were supposed to be up at, let me see, whenever we take Desiree to Cebu, or anybody to Cebu, it's like a 4 o'clock in the morning start, as if we haven't had enough of those. Well, we didn't go because Desiree didn't have anybody to accompany her. Now, let me explain. Beth and I are accompanying her, but that's not considered acceptable to a Philippine woman like Desiree, because she has to be handled, she has to be helped, she has to be touched, and she feels more comfortable if it's her family that are doing that. And she has a small child who must be taken care of, so that kind of ties up the husband. She has one sister that you've seen is now studying, and so she's away. She's actually away from the island, I think, on Cebu. And the younger sister, who a lot of guys were very interested in because she's a very pretty lady, she is actually studying too, so she has classes in Taliban. So there's nobody that Desiree feels comfortable with to be staying. You can understand that someone who is not able to easily walk has certain private issues which would be difficult for her to share with not a stranger, because Beth is no stranger, but Beth is not family. So that's why we'll be going next week with Desiree. Now that brings us to a very important piece of information, a very important piece of news, because it's been a private goal of ours, and I want to share that on a different video, but I just want to touch on the fact that we've never actually taken any money from AdSense. So all of the work, we've been on call 24/7 for the whole of the duration, which I think is about 5 months now, through our channel, and through all of the activity that it's brought with our channel. For instance, we are on our 13th house build now. That's just in 5 months. We have lots of other demands that we've been involved with. People having cataract surgery, hysterectomies, gallstone, a lot of health issues. The lady that was here today, Gigi, she had a cyst in the back of her head which had to be taken out, and we took her to Tagbilaran for that, which is why she was here today getting help for the medication. So we have other things, wells that are being dug, that have been dug, the stuff that we've helped on helping Manorado, Lena, getting water to people, just a lot of stuff that's been really exciting to do, and because of that we've made videos which indirectly have enabled us to earn a small amount in dollars. It's a small amount, so we've earned that money, but by a coincidental or an ironic turn of fate, we've never been able to collect any money. And that's because in order to collect any money on monetized sites, which obviously ours is, we've never been able to get the money because we never had a number. And there's a number that you need to have. And through lash-ups on the computer, they send that number to you. It's a PIN number, and they send that PIN number to you by postal service. And postal service is a little hit and miss in the Philippines, so they never actually got the damn thing to us, so we were never able to take any money out. Well, finally that all came together and we finally got paid. Now, what were we going to use that money for? Well, that has been our secret, although the goal itself has not been secret, because we've been quite clear on what we want to do. But we're going to Beth and I are going to do a video together so that we can share that information together about what will be about an important event that we're hoping will happen next week. So we're hoping to go to Cebu and realize a heartfelt goal for the two of us next week, and we'll be sharing that in a video which I'll hope to do fairly soon. Now, what am I looking at here? I made a little list out. No, I think we pretty well got everything. Washing machine, carabao, and other various things. We've had some really wonderful letters, and for the people that took the time to actually write a letter and express their feelings. Like one lady said, I'm going to tell you what I think now, the good, the bad and the ugly. And the ugly was ugly, and the good was good, and the bad, well, I don't know about the rest, that must be somewhere in between. But we enjoy those letters, and Beth and I share those letters together, and we talk about them, and any like lots of the letters that we get are purely informational from people who are very clever at these things, at the subjects that they share, and we appreciate them a great deal. But the heartfelt letters that are sent are also hugely important to Beth and I, because sometimes, however it may seem, we have our struggles too. And when people share their struggles and we get to look at, well, you know, maybe our struggles are really not so bad, or they're just like anybody else's. I've long since said that there are no special problems. There are no special problems in humanity. Problems are the same across a whole wide range of people, society. There are struggles against ill health. There are people losing loved ones. There are people getting married. There are people having babies. There are people, I don't know, getting divorced. All of the problems, they're all there, and everybody has experienced them. I know that I've experienced a lot of them myself, and all of those problems make us what we are, depending on how we have met those challenges. Now, here's my take on how people approach our site. I think that every time that you, as a viewer, look at a YouTube channel, and especially if you're the type to comment on it, you bring to that channel, along with the way that you think, with your mindset, you bring the sum total of your own wins and loses. Now, for some people, they come along with a healthy attitude. They come along with a good sense of their own beingness, if you want, of their own person, and they are at peace with themselves and are able to allow others to live as they will. So those people are usually fairly non-judgmental. There are others who come along and their self-esteem is more like an open wound, and they'll be the ones who doubt that you can help someone without being taken for a ride, that you can't easily go along and give without being abused. They won't believe that anybody else can be giving without A, being abused, or B, abusing someone else. And sometimes I look back on some of the old posts and see that the accusations are horrendous. If I or Beth were that person that they describe, boy, we'd have some work to be doing. We'd have some bills to pay and karma. Fortunately, we don't. And usually those people who make those kind of incredibly damaging, what could be incredibly damaging accusations, have usually done it on the basis of seeing one video or two videos, or maybe even only looking at the titles and being offended by what we describe the stories in our lives as. So there's all of that going on, and as I say, you will bring, especially with the upcoming news, because everybody knows that Beth and I have a huge age gap between us. That alone brings huge accusations of all kinds from people who know nothing about us and have never met us. And they don't believe that anything genuine can come from it. And, well, that's your viewpoint. And I would suggest that you look at your own wins and losses, and then have a look at what other people are saying that they are winning. We just met a couple who have not as big an age gap as Beth and I, but certainly a large age gap, and we met Daniel and Joni, who met and fell in love. By anybody's standards, it was a whirlwind romance, and they are so happy that I don't know how anybody could listen to their story or see them together and have anything but the best of wishes for them. Okay, so I'm on low bat, so I'm going to have to break off here. Okay, back again. Had to look around for the right cable. So, for the news that we're about to be talking about, probably if you are a cynic, if you're one of the walking wounded who doesn't believe that life can bring anything good, then better go on to one of the other sites where you'll be more at home. So anyway, that's that's something that perhaps I shouldn't have even gone into. But we're looking forward to talking again together, and you can look at the next video for that. For us right now, it's been an incredible few days. We've actually, yesterday, or I'm not sure, Beth, when did we release those videos? Beth? Beth?
Yeah.
How many videos?
Sorry?
How many videos?
We need our videos 2,200 something.
No, honey. I'm talking about the videos that we've just released, that we just
17.
posted. Ah. Well,
Low battery, you should.
Well, there you have it. We've just posted 17 videos, and that's not the whole total number for us being back.
We got, I think the other time, yeah, there's the videos because the other day we didn't upload videos.
Is that how many we've uploaded since we came home?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we've been busy, and it's good to be back at work, and guess who's here? She's going to take over now. Of course, I'm going to get bashed. I'm resigned to it. That side of my head is already hardening up. And did you make me some chocolate, my dear?
You already finished your coffee, right?
Oh, so you judged I didn't want any?
Yeah. My nose is full of colds.
Full of cold? You mean
Yeah.
full of snot? Don't say that word, please.
Yeah.
See what I mean? I can be bashed already. All I
Yeah, so
said was
please
snot.
like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.
Bye for now.
God bless.
Are you enjoying that chocolate?
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Bean, for the chocolate. Very delicious.
Even if I'm not getting any.
Thank you.
Is it really tasting lovely?
Nah, you can give. I'll give you little.
Oh, it tastes wonderful.